Welcome back. It is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. You know, today is a holiday. It's 2 holidays in a row. May 4th and May 5th. Cinco de Mayo. It's May 4th. We have episode 95 here on deck for you at the Super Chevy Brothers Podcast Network, hosting incorporated sites. I'm your host, Chevar. I come from lands afar, and then we have our second co-host, or co-host, Mom.
Mom.
You got what rhymes with Mom?
Rom.
All right, everyone. Mother's Day is around the corner.
Woo-hoo!
That's on Sunday, so go ahead and tweet Mom Happy Mother's Day or something.
Better do more than tweet.
What do you want them to do?
What did their mom do for them?
Okay, don't yell into my mic.
Okay.
Now. See, look at you. No, hold on. No, I told them to tweet you. You're not.
Oh, tweet me. Yes.
Okay.
I thought you meant tweet their moms. I think they should tweet their moms very well.
Hey, Kalanka.
Hey, Kalonica.
Anyway, what's your Twitter?
Renny C.
Spell that.
Capital R-E-N-Y. Capital C.
You know what? It doesn't even matter that there's a cap in there. I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
It doesn't?
Yeah.
I just wasted my caps.
Go ahead and tweet Mom Happy Mother's Day, but there's no reason to read through tweets. There's probably a lot of stuff about politics nobody wants to know about, especially these days. Especially these days.
That's not funny. That's not nice.
Did you tweet about abortion yet?
No, I have not.
Okay, you're doing better. Okay.
That's for people who are, I had a real horrible debate with your father about that.
About what?
The debate about abortion. Yeah, it's at Renny C.
All right, stop yelling, lady.
I'm sorry.
Maybe take a headphone.
Okay, at Renny C.
Okay.
That's my Twitter. Please tweet me, and thank you. A big debate. And his argument was that unlike the Me Too issue, women are burying themselves by not all being on one accord with abortion. And that led to a real long debate because I'm like, one thing is not the other. These are separate issues. One thing has nothing to do with the other. Religion isn't involved with Me Too. Politics isn't involved with Me Too. Maybe politicians, but I just didn't think it required any of my time to argue with him. So I just told him it's not a good argument. And people have a right to their thoughts. But why should all people agree 100% on anything? That's scary when people do that. I would never think that anybody would agree 100% on anything. Even if you want to just live, some people don't want to live. So I know that sounds crazy, but nobody agrees 100%. And he feels like it's a losing battle because all women don't agree on abortion. And I'm like, no. But most people don't agree with doing away with the right to have one.
You're right. Okay.
And my point was,
I haven't talked to Dad about it.
The majority is in agreement that we should not abolish abortion again because we've already walked that path. And he says, well, it should be 100%. And then he says he's playing devil's advocate. And I didn't like that. But anyway, my point is this. Just live, And if you want to have an abortion or need to have an abortion, people don't go around, oh, I think I'll have an abortion today. It's out of need and must have. There's issues. That's why they invented what's the plan B? Is that it?
But yeah. I didn't know we were gonna open.
Well, you brought it up.
Episode 5 with the abortion.
Well, I mean, live and let live and all that, but still, you got to live your life, and people can't tell you what to do. And I don't know why politicians care about women's reproduction system so much. Most of the people who are against it don't have I should say they don't have a uterus, and if they have one, they don't have one anymore. So what do they care?
We can do an abortion episode one day.
Okay,
probably.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Probably when we talk about some Nintendo games or something, because that's akin to abortion.
Well, God bless you all. But and I hope they don't turn this around, because that means other things are fair fodder. If you can flip this one, we'll be in chains again.
Okay, come on. Hold on.
Gay people won't be able to get married anymore.
That one maybe, but we're gonna be in chains for a while.
It's in the Constitution.
Hey, look. People really like black stuff, so
they like black entertainment. Let's not get into that conversation, because we are now black entertainment. They like us.
It's hard to have black stuff and black people in chains. People like black people stuff.
We still have stuff where black people are in chains.
Yeah, but the
still
chains
very creative.
The chains are but that's different chains. And then that inspires better black stuff. Lil Wayne went to jail.
All right, see, now you're on the side who wants to change the Constitution.
I love me some Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was in chains. He came out better.
I can't do you today.
Okay, anyway, so outside of abortion, so I want to know your take. So Mom watched the Batman. The Batman. And she wouldn't tell me how she thought about it because she wants to talk about it on the show. So what'd you think about the Batman?
Okay. Hated it.
Okay, can you not yell?
I'm just kidding.
Don't whisper.
I'm just kidding. That was my shtick, to say hated it. I really enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I enjoyed this movie.
That is surprising to me, because you called me, or I called you and said, "What are you doing?" You're like, "I'm watching the Batman." And like, "Oh, okay. How you feeling so far?" And you're like, "How long is this movie?"
Well, yeah.
But she was like 10 minutes in,
all right,
which makes it worse. Because when you feel like I watched the movie yesterday. I'll tell you about that.
Okay.
But go ahead. So Batman.
Well, I mean, it didn't start out like kicking butt, but that's okay. I must say that it was pretty good considering who played the Batman. This is the Twilight Boy, right?
Yeah, Twilight Boy.
And I'm like, why did they put him in this role? I saw him on Good Morning America, and he was surprised that he was in the role. And I'm looking at his face, just the lower part, because that's the Batman part, you see. And I'm like, that is not a Batman chin. That is not a Batman lip. That is not a Batman lower nostril, right? But once he got batted up, suited up, he was the Batman. And that raspy voice, he had it. He got it down pat. So I have to point out some of the more amazing things that I appreciated.
Okay.
The suit. The suit was awesome.
I like the suit.
I love
the
suit.
What was the Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale one is like a realistic suit, but this one is even more like a realistic suit. A guy made a suit.
It was a suit. It was the best suit ever, and it was durable. I mean, all the Batman suits, fight off stuff, but I mean, this guy is falling. Well, not falling. He's soaring from a building.
Oh yeah,
like a bat. What are those bats called? Those,
bats.
No,
bats.
There's a thingy, a flying squirrel or something, right?
Yeah.
He's got a flying squirrel bat suit on, and I'm like, oh my god, he's going straight down. Is he ever going to level out? And I go, of course, because the movie will be over if he doesn't. And when he pulls that parachute, starts to land, he's hitting skids so hard. And all that happened is his little knee cover move to the side. I'm like, that's badass. I love that suit. And then we got to the car.
Well, before you get that, the bat, because in the comic books and all the things, Batman gliding is a thing,
Yeah,
right?
he wasn't gliding.
With a cape,
he was falling.
But this Batman looks heavy.
Yeah,
but his little parachute thing, it's kind of interesting. It's different.
It was cool. It was cool. And I loved it when he was after the Penguin guy. Was that Penguin?
Yeah, that's
because he sure looked like him.
You know who the actor was?
No, I couldn't figure it out.
You could tell by the acting, but you couldn't figure out who it was. Right? Colin Farrell.
No.
Yeah.
He played that role. He really did. Yeah, I was intrigued with the Penguin, but he thought in the car crash scene, he was like, "I got you." He thought he had Batman, and when Batman's car soared up that ramp, and Batman came walking through the flames, I'm like, he is the Batman. he got a new fan, I have to say. It was just, I don't know. I really, really, really enjoyed it, And I even loved it that he wasn't like a sucker, So when he really got hurt and the cops were surrounding him in the station, remember that?
Yeah.
And they were going to unmask him.
Yeah.
They were going to freaking unmask him. And he whooped ass. He's like, I'm going to whip some cop ass. And all they could do is threaten to arrest him. So
what did you think? So there's some things people didn't like about this movie.
Okay.
I think generally most people who are fans of these kind of things really like this movie. But there are people who didn't. So I'll bring up a few.
Okay.
And I want to know what you think. Okay. So some people... there's a term for this. I forgot what it's called. So it's when people think something is a plot hole. You know what a plot hole is, right? Where something is in the movie or exists in the movie, and it's not explained and doesn't make sense because it can't be explained, right? So people think it's a plot hole that Gordon and Batman are so chummy. They're like, they don't explain why Gordon trusts Batman so much.
So they've never seen another Batman before?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
like how many times do you have to
Why do we have to re-explain? And I think that's why I like this, because we didn't have to explain Alfred. We didn't have to explain everybody.
Right. It starts off as it's his second year, or in the middle of his second year of being Batman.
Right.
Instead of...
Right. And we didn't have to explain everything. But I have some more things I just have to talk about. My favorite funny part of the movie is when Gordon and Batman had Penguin cornered. Remember that?
Yeah.
And they're both talking at him. They're talking at him. And they're going at him. And for a second, I blinked too long. And I'm like, who the fuck's... I'm sorry. I cussed. I'm sorry. I said, who's talking to him?
That's okay. You can curse here.
Oh. I said, who the fuck's talking to him? And he says... Why don't you start a harmony? That's what the Penguin said. And I'm like, because they're talking the exact same way. The commissioner was raspy like Batman. And I'm like, that is so hilarious. That was my funniest, favorite part of the movie. I love that. It was great. I do like it that it's kind of old school still.
Very noir kind of.
Yeah. But they updated it, They updated it because they had the use of the internet. That was very prevalent.
By the way, there's spoilers for people.
Lots of spoilers. Sorry. I love the movie. The characters and all the equipment were more, kind of up. I mean, like, kind of old school and all that, the bat call, all that stuff. Lots of adrenaline. I really like Catwoman. I like the energy.
I like that. I like that Catwoman wasn't just there. It was actually tied into the story eventually.
Right, tied into the story. She had a really nice... I liked her. I mean, she... embodied the Catwoman, and I liked that she was surrounded by her cats, and they had a little Okay, spoiler alert, a little love thing going on because that's how it's always been. So I loved it. Had a great time. I loved how it ended.
Like, do you love the ending, like, or like the whole sequence, or just the how the plot finished? Like, what do you
I like
mean?
the whole ending.
Okay.
I like the motorcycle ride. I
Okay.
like the prison scene.
Okay.
I like the discovery, at the end,
Yeah,
all
because the
of
whole
that.
movie is a mystery,
It's a
right?
mystery.
Yeah.
And it kept me intrigued, although I've been watching Batman since lots of years ago. I'm not giving
Right.
that away. And I know everything. Batman!
Batman.
Pow! Bam! Poosh. Yeah. So that's my review. I loved it. I really
Okay.
did. And if you haven't seen it, see it. I will watch it again.
So another thing some people had a problem with, I wouldn't say a large number of people, but there's a guy who made a video, a
Mm.
review. He I guess right after he watches the movie, he goes to his car, makes a review.
Hmm.
And I think most people disagreed with him, but some people agreed with him. What did you think about? Well, two things.
Okay.
One, with the comment Catwoman made about a bunch of white men being white privileged guys doing whatever. You remember around there on the rooftop, and she's complaining. Some people really didn't like that, and
Why? Were they white and privileged?
and watch out, Black Panther, and uh, he pointed out that the only good people in the movie are the black people, and all the white people are bad except Batman.
That
What do you?
wasn't true. That wasn't true. Not all the white people were bad. I'm trying to think of one that was good.
Well, here's the thing. It See, now I wanted everybody to know. Mom was like, "I gotta make sure my phone doesn't go." I told her mute the phone.
I forgot to do that part.
Right. Well, I mean, it is kind of true, but it also it's just kind of how
Who even thinks like that?
I don't know.
You know what? I heard her comment. It just went right on past because it's true. But I didn't think anything of that when she said that. I
Mhm.
really didn't. I didn't think it was a thing. It probably didn't belong in a Batman movie, but it's true. It was true with what was happening in Gotham, right?
Right. Yeah. People, corrupt people taking
Right.
advantage of other people.
Right. It's just a shame that it had to be a black person saying it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. If that didn't happen, then I don't think it would have that impact.
What about only the black people being good people? There's the mayor, Catwoman, and Gordon, all good, and the only black people in the movie. And then you have,
Well, we assume the mayor's good. What experience did we have
well,
with
she's
her?
not bad.
We don't know.
In the movie, she's not
The villain said she might not be so good.
true.
You're right. So we don't know that. We'll put her on the fence.
Yeah, but just as far as what we know in the
Commissioner
movie,
Gordon.
she's not one of the people blowing people up.
Oh, that's true. Not yet. Commissioner Gordon. He's the commissioner.
Well, I think it's just
And
that's
he's
just
not
how,
corrupt.
I think that's just how the movie. I don't think there was a
Happenstance.
message.
I don't think
behind,
there was a message.
like all the black people being
Right.
good and all the white.
Right.
It wasn't even all the white people being bad. You had Alfred, Batman,
Alfred's good.
the other.
That's
Yeah.
the one good white man.
Alfred's
Alfred's good. The housekeeper, she was good.
good. The housekeeper who had like 30
All the
seconds.
servants were good.
They were good, but I don't think that's what it was about. I mean, all the characters in the thing, right? Like,
Right. I think that's
you
very
can't,
misplaced.
you don't have. I mean, I guess you could, but part of the Gotham mobs, they're all Italian, so they kind of have to be like Falcone, have to be Italian or white
Yeah.
or something.
Now I can
and
see if
then-
they made a statement about that.
What do you mean?
Why did they all have to be Italian?
Because in the comic books, it's an Italian
I know,
mob fan.
but that would be a truer statement. Not so much the white people, the Italians.
I guess, but
Yeah.
who doesn't think Italians are white after like 1964?
Well, I'm just saying, say that they are picking on Italians, not so much white people.
Well, even the cops are bad.
Yeah.
And then the Riddler, he's white and young.
Okay.
Batman racist?
No. How is he racist?
Against
He's
white
trying
people.
to save everybody.
Except
he can't be racist against white people.
He saved black people in the movie.
He saved lots of people in the movie. He tried to save a town, an
but
entire
like the
city.
main one was black, the mayor.
But he didn't just save her. Remember, he was saving everybody after his shit hit the fan. He's just pulling people out. It wasn't just black people he's pulling out. I didn't even see any other black people. Those were the black people.
There's only 3 of them.
Right. So how could they be like,
it's not.
Everybody else he saved was a white person. And that little boy, he wasn't evil. It was just a child. I mean,
it's just the one. I like the movie too. I like the noir kind of thing. I like it was real dramatic.
It was.
Like there was lots of monologues.
I loved it. It was good. It was good.
I like the message of them, like I guess we already spoiled most of the movie, but the whole message of the movie is Batman. He starts off the movie being, I have to be this scary thing that people fear because this is everything's so horrible here, so I have to be more horrible. And then by the end, he learns all that did was make other people more horrible.
More horrible, right?
So he has to be in the spotlight, more like a beacon of hope. Huh? Savior.
It was a joke.
He kind of lost that thing. I mean, right?
Yeah, he kind of did.
He kind of did, but still, I think it was a good Batman story.
It was a great story. It was great performances. The storyline was wonderful and fun, and I even liked the Batman.
And the Riddler being this guy who tries to figure out who Batman is. That scene where he goes to the prison and they're talking, I think is a really good scene.
That was good.
As far as like the Riddler, it shows he's so smart, but he's not that smart. Yeah, and that's a pretty good scene. Yeah, I like the movie. It is long though. It's almost 3 hours.
Yeah, but you know what? It didn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't.
Once I kind of relaxed and had a glass of wine, it felt great.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you liked the movie then. All right, so abortion, Batman.
I think it's time to move on to your topics.
Well, I got a lot. I think we got more topics than we have numbers this time. So that's something. Round
1, fight.
I don't think anyone heard that one.
I couldn't hear it.
My oopsie. Number 1.
Round
well, first, news. It's news. Can you hear that?
I heard something.
Okay, that's fine. You didn't have to. Number 1.
Round 1, fight.
Hey, let's stay. Excuse me. Let's stay political. Let's talk about this Russian guy. The Russian Dota player. Did you actually read this one, or was this one of the ones you
This is one
watch?
I missed. I apologize.
Okay, no problem. That's okay. So, Russia Dota 2 player, this is by way of Kotaku, dumped over alleged in-game support of Ukraine invasion. So, Dota is a game. I have to explain this to Mom.
Oh, thank you.
Dota is a game. It's an esport. Do you know what an esport is? Yeah, I mean, you can guess. Okay, there's track and field, and there's basketball.
Right, sports, yeah.
Sports. Well, the idea of competitive video games in a professional setting, that is esports. Electronic sports.
Electronic. Well, say that word. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's called esports. It's not called. We don't say electronic mail.
Well, for me, you kind of have to.
Okay. Anyway, Dota game popular in the esports circle. There's this guy, Ivan Pure Moskalenko. Right. He's on a Dota team, and he got kicked out, and I guess he got kicked from his team.
Right.
And kicked out of the qualifier for ESL 1 Stockholm Major. He drew a Z on the map during like kind of an intermission thing. And I guess recently the letter Z has become a sign for support of Russia.
Right, symbolic.
And his teammates tried to cover it up. He tried to erase it too, but he got caught. The other team, he plays on the Russian team, and the other team has 2 Ukrainians or 3 Ukrainians on the team.
Why would he bring something political into the game? You know,
we just talked about abortion. On our podcast.
Yeah, we did. Okay, never mind. Keep going.
No, it's fine. No, I agree. I think whatever he feels about the war, right? You're in a competition. Right. It's like the Olympics, right? There are countries in the Olympics with different ethnicities of people who hate each other, right? They should like if India and what is it Iran or which one? Iraq? Which one are they fighting all the time? India?
Iran?
Whatever the eyes.
Iraq's fighting anybody.
They're fighting whatever eye they fight. I don't remember right now. You still at the Olympics, you just compete, and it's about sport. It's not about what's happening outside.
That's not exactly true.
Why?
Well,
so the athletes are supposed to.
Athletes have had their medals stripped for the Black Power symbol.
Yeah, but America. That's within a country.
It's within a country. I agree with you, but I'm just saying they don't seem to take much to any politics, even if it's in country.
So what's your point?
So he shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know he shouldn't do it, but that's what I'm saying. It's sports. You're not supposed to bring that into sports.
But I did agree with the Black Power symbol.
That's fine, but that is also an inner thing. That's not an international thing. That's a
It wasn't against another country.
Thing, right? It's not against another country.
It's like we're here running for you, making you look good, and you won't even dignify that we're human beings. Yeah.
Okay, but back to this one. All right, man, you are just in it today.
I'm in it.
Yeah. Anyway, so do you think they should have kicked them and disqualified them like they did, or some people think it was too much because everyone has politics. He expressed his should he be kicked out and his team disqualified and all of that just because he has politics? Or
I think they should have told him to stop, and if he does it again, that they would, I think they should have given him a warning, because I think a lot of times younger people don't necessarily know what's acceptable, and they have to try things to see if it's acceptable. That's a part of make mistakes sometimes.
I understand. Maybe that would have been the better option, only because we know the facts of what's happening in the war and what's happened, right? But still, people have their opinions. If a Ukrainian had drawn the Ukrainian flag or said, I support Ukraine, I don't think they would have been banned, right?
Well, they shouldn't have been allowed to do that either. This isn't a political rally. This is gaming.
Well, I think it's not just. I think it's the feeling of it being antagonizing too, because
of course
he drew it on the map that everyone can see between the teams.
It's a competitive thing, It was done purposely. It's just I don't think it was appropriate, and I don't think they should lose the entire team because some idiot made a bad move.
Maybe it's hard to say because it's not. Yeah. Also, it's just a video game. I mean, I'm sure they lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in possible money there, but it's just a bad idea to do. Did you read this one about Sony?
Round 2. Okay. Fight.
So,
although I just want to say I don't like that Z symbol. I don't know what it really means, but it's getting really close to what a Nazi symbol looks like.
No, it is not getting close to that.
We'll talk about that next time. Let's go to the next one.
How's okay. And I'm gonna
just
express.
Bend it a
Hold on.
little and duplicate it, turn it the other way.
Hold on, because you wanted conflict in this show. I'll give you conflict. Okay. I get it. Nazis are horrible.
Yeah, they
But-
still are.
But now people hear "but" after Nazis. They're
Yeah,
like, oh
I
no.
want to hear this one to see if you really are my son.
Nazi stuff looks cool.
Okay, Chevar, go to the next one.
Hold on.
It does not look
The
cool.
black and red, that and what that looks, those colors look cool. The sharp designs,
You got
it
about 3
looks cool.
seconds to get to the
Oh,
next
I'm not.
topic.
Hold on. Oh, that stuff.
That does not look cool.
Why do people keep Nazi memorabilia when they find it? It's not because it's like they're not gonna sell it. You can't. Or maybe they're racist and Nazis.
There you go. That's why.
But other people.
Okay, so now we start wearing Nazi shit because it.
No,
looks
I'm
good.
not saying we should wear
Yeah,
Nazi
let's make
stuff.
t-shirts.
I'm not saying we should wear Nazi
Super
stuff.
Chevy Bros.
No, I'm not saying we should wear
Okay.
Nazi stuff or we should put
Thank
Nazi
goodness
things because
we're not
it does have a
videoing
meaning.
this.
It does have a
Okay.
meaning. But if you were a baby who landed from space, if Superman landed on Earth and he had a World War II film in front of him, he would have sided with the Nazis because they look cool. They just look cool.
He's colorblind, and he would have just seared right through. He can't see anything.
Sure. Okay.
Move on.
Is that,
I'm very disappointed, son.
Okay, you just lie. Red, white,
I'm
black.
disappointed.
Okay.
Okay. Move on.
Sony. PlayStation.
Fight.
So Sony is changing their subscription service right now. You can. They're basically three tiers, I guess, of PlayStation's online service. You have PlayStation Plus, 2 tiers, I guess, which allows you to play online with your friends. You get to download stuff in the cloud, and you get all these things, including games every week or every month. And then there's PlayStation Now, which is a separate thing, which lets you stream games or download Netflix kind of service of games onto your PlayStation. They're changing that to compete with Xbox. So they've got a new tier system coming up. So people decided, hey, this new system is coming. The prices are a little different, right? What I can do now is buy a lot of the current cards so that when the system changes, I'm getting a discount.
Okay.
Right? And people did that. A lot of people did that.
Right.
But, Sony is not one to want to lose money. So
Of course not.
if you buy a PlayStation Plus card or a PlayStation Now card or whatever it may be, you can't load it onto your account until your subscription ends or until the new program starts, right? And then they have a chart here, which for a lot of people is confusing. To me, it's pretty simple. Essentially, what they do is they make an equivocation between the old service and the new service. 1 month of one thing is worth 17 or 30 days of something else, right? So now there's going to be there's a PlayStation Plus level, a PlayStation Plus Essential, PlayStation Plus Extra, and a PlayStation Plus Premium.
But it seems to me what they're doing is shorting a new subscriber.
What do you mean?
Instead of getting 31 days of PlayStation Plus Essential, you get 17 days. And for the 3 months of prepaid.
Right, because the price is different.
Yeah, the price changed, right?
Right, yeah.
So the old subscribers started buying up stuff before the price change, thinking they can stack it up and have lots
Get
and
a
lots
discount.
of months, right?
Right.
And they're saying,
no, it's gonna convert. They're saying first you can't stack them up now
okay,
because when you buy the card, it used to be you could buy 8 years worth of cards,
Right.
put them all on at once, and you have 8 years. Right now, you can't add those cards.
so they won't
your,
allow you to buy them
You can-
unless you're
you
using
can-
the new price.
You can buy them. You can't load them onto your account
Can't
until
load them
until
until the price changes,
until the price changes or
or
your current subscription ends.
okay, that makes sense.
Right?
And that's only fair. I mean, the guy is stacking up and all that. They're just trying to avoid the price change. Gotta pay to play, right?
Right. Yeah.
I
think it's fine.
Games.
I mean, I don't see. Some people are pretty upset about it. I don't think. To me, it's not really. It's not really an issue. You're not getting to save all this money. You're just gonna be paying regular price for whatever you didn't already stack. Right. This is recent. It stopped this week. If you were doing it before, then you've got however many years, whatever you have on there. But it's not that big of a deal. I do wish they had. I still think they don't need to do this whole new 3 tiers of service thing. If you don't know, if you have PlayStation Plus right now, nothing's going to change for you. You're gonna keep it's gonna change the name, PlayStation Plus Essential, but nothing's really going to change. You're gonna pay the same amount every year, every 3 months, or whatever you do. But now you have the option to upgrade that PlayStation Plus Essential to PlayStation Plus Extra. PlayStation Plus Extra, let's see. Maybe I can find the prices here.
I didn't see prices.
No, they didn't. They didn't put prices in that. So,
well, I mean, it's sort of like the economy, you know. I mean, stuff went up, and that's what's happening.
Well, the prices aren't going up. It's just
the price of the subscription.
It's not going up. No.
But if a new person can only get 17 days.
No, it's 17 days for the higher tier. So if I today, right? If I go and buy PlayStation, let's stay with Plus for now. If I go buy a PlayStation Plus card, it says 1 month or 3 months or 12 months, right? And that gives me PlayStation Plus. Right now, in PlayStation's world, there's only PlayStation Plus. That's it. And now, but there's only PlayStation Plus. In the new world, there will be PlayStation Plus Essential, PlayStation Plus Plus, and then PlayStation Plus. There are 3 levels. So I can take that PlayStation Plus card I buy now, and when the new change comes, I can get, if let's say it's 1 month, I can get my 1 month of PlayStation Plus.
Okay.
Essential. Or I can use that same thing I bought and use it for 17 days of PlayStation Plus. Or for 12 days of PlayStation Plus. You can use it for any one of them. It's the same price.
But you're just saying you don't think there's that much difference in the plus and the plus?
No, there are differences.
Okay.
I'll tell, but you're not. It's not more expensive, is what I'm saying.
They are now.
They're not. Okay, Mom. Let's say you go to Wendy's, okay, and right now at Wendy's they only have a cheeseburger. That's it.
Okay.
All right, and you have a coupon to get a cheeseburger.
Got it.
Okay. But next month they're gonna expand the menu to have a cheeseburger, and a double cheeseburger, and a triple cheeseburger.
I'm with you.
And then you go to the Wendy's and they say, "Hey, welcome to Wendy's New. You can get a cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, triple cheeseburger." And you say, "What can I get with my single cheeseburger coupon?" And they say, "You can get 1 cheeseburger, half a double cheeseburger, or a third of a triple cheeseburger." Is what they're saying.
Because they're higher prices, right?
No, the prices are.
How do you get a whole double?
I think it's just a vernacular thing. They're different prices, but the price for the single cheeseburger is the same.
I got you.
If you wanted to get a cheeseburger, you're not paying more for the cheeseburger. And
you'll be happy with that cheeseburger.
That's fine. Yes, you absolutely can. Oh my God, I'm getting frustrated here. Okay. Okay, so the new tiers, okay? There's PlayStation Plus Essential, which is today it's PlayStation Plus, okay? That's $60 a year, $25 quarterly, or $10 a month.
Oh, that's
all right?
Not bad.
That's not bad. Or you can get PlayStation Plus Extra. This is a new thing. This is a new tier. PlayStation Plus Extra gives you everything in PlayStation Plus Essential or PlayStation Plus. Plus, you get up to 400 PS4 and PS5 games.
Wow.
That you can download to play.
So it's not $10. How much is it?
It's $14.99 a month, or $40 a quarter, or $100 a year. You get everything PlayStation plus 500 games you can download and play from PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5.
What's the plus 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 plus?
And so the plus, which is also called PlayStation Plus Premium, it gives you everything in Essential, everything in plus or plus extra. It adds another 350 games you can play.
To the 400.
An extra. So now we're at 740.
I got you.
740 something games. That you can download and stream and play or whatever on your PlayStation or whatever it is.
How much is that?
You can get PlayStation 3 games via the cloud. Can't download them. You get a catalog of PS2 and PS1 games. So it's basically you can play all the old PlayStation stuff on your new PlayStation.
You just can't have a job. You'll be doing all this stuff.
Oh, jeez. How
much is that one?
You get cloud streaming. You get game trials. So before games come out, you get to play demos of the games. Which demos went out of existence for the most part, like 15 years ago.
Except for people who are reviewing the games, right?
No, people who review the games get the full game.
They get the full game, not a demo.
Yeah.
That's great.
Right.
Anyway, how much is this one?
So this one is $120 a year, or $50 a quarter, or $20 or $18 a month.
That's a steal.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad price if you want to play that many games and look at all that old stuff or whatever. I think most people are going to stay with the regular PlayStation Plus Essential because that's what they have now.
Yeah.
But for me, I have essentially today's version of this. I have PlayStation Plus and I have PlayStation Now. I get all this stuff in here, and then I can play like 400 games or something. The price doesn't actually, it's cheaper if I buy it with the new plus, yeah. It's only like $10 cheaper, but it's cheaper.
That's still cheaper.
Still cheaper, and it's all together. You don't have to buy two separate things.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah, be ready for that to roll out. It's going to roll out country by country by country. It's going to take a while. Don't expect this next week. Don't expect, you'll know when it happens.
Add 3 times 1. What is it? 3! Yeah, that's a magic number.
Window.
More drag racing?
No, it looks like we're getting bad weather. Is everything good?
It's fine. Sonic 2.
Okay.
Electric Boogaloo is now the highest grossing video game movie of all time. Now, you might say, well, 99% of video game movies are 99% garbage, and you'd be right.
Right.
But that is a lot of money when you think of some of the more mediocre movies that come out and from video games that do all right, like Mortal Kombat, which is a classic. People love how bad those movies are. This has made more. Everything Ubol has made. Horrible movies. Assassin's Creed, Uncharted recently came out. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised Uncharted didn't beat Sonic because Sonic is for kids, But you got anything to say about that?
Well, I had just referred to an article in the Game Informer, and
Mom's been reading Game Informer, guys.
I'm working it. Prolific at this point, but yeah, and they were just saying how successful it was. Had the blue blur return into the silver screen, and it's like you said, it's a child's movie, but it's cute. So all children's movies are successful because there's a lot of children.
The thing, yeah,
but this one is fun because of Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I like Jim Carrey.
He makes it fun.
Why do you think it's taking video games, especially, right? Why is it taking so long for a kid focused movie to come out for video games? I mean, I think that's the issue when you look at video game movies. Right. A lot of times they try to appeal to the adults. Think about it. Mortal Kombat, 1995, 90.
Yeah, that's an adult movie.
It's an adult game.
Right.
But mostly kids played it, right?
And they shouldn't?
No, they should have. It's great.
So why would you make the movie toward the kids when they shouldn't even be playing the game?
Because that's the market. No. But think about it. Why have we put out all these movies, video game movies for adults, when the money, of course, is where the kids are.
It really is. I mean, they should do Ratchet and Clank.
They did.
Oh, it didn't do well?
It didn't do because it's for people who started playing Ratchet and Clank. It's for me. It's not for kids. I mean, a kid can watch it and laugh at it, right? But it is still Ratchet and Clank. I mean, even Ratchet and Clank is not a kid's game.
Not
I mean,
exactly.
a kid can play it, of course, but it's not like aimed at kids. It's got kid-like things. You didn't watch the Ratchet and Clank movie? It's cute. It looks good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lego.
The game
Lego
and the movie
movies.
look exactly the same.
That's not a video game. Well,
No,
it is
Lego's
a video game.
I mean, Lego has a video game,
Right.
but Lego isn't from video games.
Right.
I just think it's baffling that they haven't done this yet. It took so long to do Sonic.
Well, what game would they make for kids?
Minecraft, Roblox,
Is Pac-Man?
anything from Nintendo. I mean, imagine a Mario movie, which they are making.
Yeah.
Right?
That's going to be
That's
crazy.
I mean, Wreck-It Ralph isn't even an actual video game. It's got video game things in it. It blew. I don't know
they
why.
love that stuff.
Yeah. Why does it take?
I
taking
can't
so
watch
long?
more than 10 minutes.
Of what?
Wreck-It Ralph? Wreck-It Ralph.
Gotta wreck it.
Huh?
Gotta Wreck-It Ralph. Gotta wreck it. That's what he says. Gotta wreck it.
Yeah.
You didn't watch that movie?
Couldn't. I tried.
Was it Sarah Silverman?
I love Sarah.
Was it the doof guy? The guy?
Yeah. I just didn't. It didn't appeal to me at all.
It's about finding yourself and being who you want to
I
be.
know who I am. Maybe it's good for kids.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
Netflix bill going up. We talked about this, right? Did you add that again?
No, that was from last time. Did I add that again?
I think you added that again.
Sorry.
All right, let's try this again.
I
Where's
can't
that
remember
damn
everything.
fourth Chaos Emerald?
Well, you've been reading Game Informer. Anything interesting you find in there?
Well, yeah, because who does that look like on the cover of the April?
Ash.
No, it does not look like Ash. It looks like that senator who sometimes agree with the Democrats when the Republicans are being asked.
Oh, who ran for president against
Yeah.
Obama?
Yeah.
What's his name? I'm letting you guess.
Romney.
Romney.
It looks like Mitt Romney.
He does look like Mitt Romney.
And I'm like, why would they put Mitt Romney in a video game? He's the
It's
most
not- it's-
boring
it-
person on earth.
It's Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, it is. No offense, Bruce. It's just that.
Yeah, he's a regular listener to
but
the show.
doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but Mitt Romney and Bruce Campbell are
They do
decent
not
looking
look
guys.
No. They just didn't do
At
it.
night?
They didn't do a good rendition.
No, hold on. When I saw it, I saw Bruce Campbell. Now you say Mitt Romney, I can say, I can see the difference there.
Well, what I like about it, I like what they said when it first starts. I'm not giving anything away because I haven't played the game, you know.
I don't think it's out yet.
It's not.
It's.
But I just wanted to say that. We always say spoiler, not a spoiler because I've never seen the game. But they say when it first comes on that they have like the evil, what do they call demons or whatever?
What are they called?
I
From
would
Evil
tell you,
Dead.
but there's no light. I can't read.
Oh, turn it's right. Oh, hold on. Alexa, lights on.
All right. So, like in the beginning of the game, they have one of the spooky demons. That's a demon. Flash on the screen.
But what are they called?
A demon. That's what
No.
it says. A spooky demon.
Deadites. They're called something strange like Deadites or something.
Okay, we'll call them that for you. And it's like it pops up with a loud noise, and it's like it throws you off. But what it does is sets you up.
Deadites.
Deadites. Okay, so it's opening you up for possession and other nasty effects. I like that. I like knowing when you first start the game, it's like, now you're open for possession. Because Evil Dead was one of those cult classic movies.
I love Evil Dead. That's one of my favorite horror movies. It's
Absolutely.
I Halloween. I made Kalanga watch that movie like twice. She hates those movies.
Really? Halloween?
No, Evil Dead. They're
Oh,
hard to
Evil
watch.
Dead. They're so hard to watch. I think I watched it maybe 10 times, you know?
Well, have you seen the new one, the remake?
No, I saw the series.
Oh, I didn't see the series. I saw
The series was good.
I saw the remake. It's pretty bloody. There's lots. It's like the original, but they're like, we're gonna. You want to see someone split their tongue in half?
I don't want to
they
see
can't.
that.
You gotta watch it.
No,
Though.
I don't
I
think.
have to.
I think I'm in a different mindset now, and I don't want to think about that too much. But I have to tell you, that was one of the scariest movies that I watched with my mom and dad. Is that unbelievable? The whole family watched it, like we were watching the Jeffersons or something. We watched The Evil Dead, and it was hilarious. It was so scary, but it was so fun. We used to watch scary movies together, so it was really fun. No, I'm still kind of getting into the article because I do want to play the game when it comes.
Okay, if I'm remembering correctly, this game is one of those. I don't even know what you call them. It's not a battle royale. It's a 1 versus 5 type of game, right?
I know, it's definitely survival.
Yeah, it's a survival 1v5 where there's one monster and then 4 or 5 players who play cooperatively try to defeat or escape that monster. Mm-hmm. The monster levels up through the fight.
Right. They don't hide. They fight.
They fight. Right.
Fight. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like these games. I know a lot of people don't. I played it with Toru. Toru and I used to play Dead by Daylight. And they're really fun. And they make them after there's a Friday the 13th one. Oh. There's Dead by Daylight has Michael Myers in it. Ew. You have to. I'll show you some videos of people playing it. It is really fun to watch. So you're looking forward to that game?
Okay, all right. I am. I want to try it. That's all I have to say about that game because it's not out yet. I did find an interesting article on another game. If you're ready, tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Okay,
let it flow.
It's called Cult of the Lamb.
Okay, I heard about it. Tell us more.
It's weird. They call it cute and deadly. I call it psychotic. You're trying to. You start out as a lamb, like led to slaughter, and you're like slaughtered, and then you can come back if you agree to start your own cult.
Okay.
So, what you're doing, it's like base building. You're adding stuff and making sure you have everything, and then you're luring people into your cult, and it's weird. I don't know. It was odd that the reviewer, it's not out yet. It will be released soon, but they seemed to were excited about imagining how to build the world's best or worst cult than they did about just playing the game. I
don't think you've gotten to this point in the games yet because you've, for the most part, not played them.
That's correct.
But part of video games is kind of getting. It's not just an immersion. It's about. Even though you're not doing it, you are doing it. Even though it's just buttons and fingers,
right?
You're doing it. So, like, there's a game called. There's a game on mobile. It's on a lot of stuff. It's on PC. Where I'm gonna get you this game. You're gonna love this game.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know why I haven't.
I think I know what you're saying, but that's kind of why I didn't like what he was saying.
It's a game where you infect people with a virus, and hold on. Your goal, you are the virus, or you're a scientist or whatever you want to be, right. And your goal is to build a virus,
infect everyone,
and infect the entire world. And stop them from being a vaccine. Now, to someone who doesn't play games or doesn't do this, like, why was it? It's not about. It is about the being lost. Not even lost. It's about the detachment from what is real and having goals and fulfilling
the goal of building a cult, not necessarily.
But this game we're talking about, like hundreds of millions of people and downloads. No one wants to kill anybody. It's just about it's about the fun of having the goal to do something and the means of doing it. Because in real life, you're not going to build a virus and spread it to the world.
Or a cult.
Or a cult,
Right.
and unless you're Jared Leto or something.
But
you're not doing
it's
it.
fun to pretend, right?
Right. Hold on. What's this game?
Cult of the Lamb.
Not that one.
Oh, the one you're talking about.
Plague Inc. So I want you to download that game today and play it.
I can do it on my phone?
Yeah, it's on your phone. I want you to download that game today and play it.
Okay.
And play it. I mean, like, play it every day. Play. You're going to get because to you, it's like, I remember when I was a kid playing Mortal Kombat Street Fighter, Risa would be like, you can't punch women. And
I remember that.
Yes, I can.
Your aunt
in the game.
Risa.
It's in the game. Okay. So
what is it called?
Plague Inc. I knew it was Inc. something, but Plague Inc.
Plague Inc. Free or Plague Inc. Do I want it free?
You should go to I
went to the arcade.
Okay, I understand, but
we can do this after the show.
We can do it after the show. Okay. You can get it from. I've probably bought it already, so you can get it from my downloaded list.
Got you.
Right. But yeah, I mean that's part of getting into a game. It's not really what's happening. It's about it's about the game part of it that makes it. You know,
I think I'm good with that.
I
just wanted to make one little comment about the rage of all games.
Rage?
The rage is Elden
Ring.
Yeah. Everybody loves it. Everybody's playing it.
Yeah, it's so
it's fun. Like 12 million copies sold. People love it. They did the editorial on Elden Ring. Why can't I think of that word?
Maybe never mind.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
They called it a masterpiece. That's how much it's loved.
I think because it's come after all of these other games that they've done that have simultaneously built this new formula while also just dragging in all these old things that haven't been in games for a long time, and it's kind of all in this game,
right?
Like the exploration is all in there, and the way the story is told, and they've done it similarly in different games, but very different. Like if you play the first Dark Souls, right? A lot of the story is told through items and descriptions.
Right.
And some dialogue with some characters. But when you get to the second and third one, it's way more packed in there for you to understand. And then when you get to Bloodborne, it's not just the description of the items, like what they do. And when you get to Elden Ring, there's so much. If you take an item and you alter the clothes. So when every item has a description,
okay,
and the description tells you what place it has in the world. If you sew your clothes or add something, it changes the description to give you more information about a culture or people.
Really?
There's a lot going on in the game. Yeah, this is so deep. There's so much happening.
Well, I didn't get to the but part of this.
But go ahead.
All right. So there are replies to editorials, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's one person in the world, in Chicago, Illinois, who says that Elden Ring is not for me. They understand that it's built on souls, and the very thing that you said in the past is why they don't like it. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
They just don't know what to do, and they said they appreciate that other people love it.
How old is that person? Did they give a...
They don't give that.
I would say,
but they sounded intelligent and adult.
That's fine. I don't think it is a game for. Okay, everyone plays games for different reasons. Right. Some people want challenges. Some people just want a thing to do. It's like eating. Some people want, like I said, goals to accomplish. Mm-hmm. Elden Ring is a game that. A game has to decide how much of a game it is. Like how much of it is going to show you push this button tap this thing, or how much of it is going to just let you do and figure it out yourself. Elden Ring and Dark Souls in general, but especially Elden Ring, even for regular Dark Souls people, it just doesn't tell you. You are this person who just woke up undead. Go figure it out.
Well, from a novice perspective, it just sounds like it's for real gamers, you know? You've played these games, you've done different things, and now you put it together and figure out how it works, you know?
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think if you're used to playing a Mario or if you're used to playing Mario's or Ratchet and Clanks only, or maybe even like a Halo or something, where you just go from A to B, and that's what you have to do is go from A to B, then it is kind of overwhelming of a game, because there's no A and B. There's an A the start and a B the end, and then everything in between.
Right. And that's versatility, and that's great. You know?
Yeah, I think it's great.
But
too.
I agree, it's just not for some people. I mean, they are raving in Game Informer about this. It's something special. I mean, they have just rave reviews on it. So, I'm going to build up to playing it. By the time I play it, it probably won't be relevant. But
No. Dark Souls games are
always relevant, huh?
They permeate through time in relevance.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, I suggest when you read about the game, because we get Game Informers every month or whatever, every other month. When you read about something, look it up on video. Like the Curse of the Lamb, you should probably watch the videos to see, get some more tangible kind of experience with it. The
I'm just
Evil Dead
afraid
thing,
that I'll see that game that I never found again.
I think you might have had a fever dream, because
I'm so sad.
I don't know what that game is.
I'm so sad.
Oh, I've got 5 good reasons for you to shut up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Xbox. They're doing good these days. People have been dunking on Xbox. No games. They have no games. When in fact, they have 3. They've been outsold by the PlayStation 5 almost since the beginning of the 2 consoles coming out, even with the PlayStation 5 having no stock. You could find Xboxes and people weren't buying them. But recently, in March and this past month, Xbox Series X topped the charts in America, and I think they outsold worldwide total too. I'd have to take another look, but they're doing better. They're selling. They get enough shelves. Of course, PlayStation 5s are still hard to find.
Right.
And it's amazing they're selling so many. But Xbox isn't doing too bad, and I think that's it. I think people want to get into this next generation of games. They're looking for PlayStation, still can't find them, and so they are going to get Xboxes. Right. Xbox does have a few games. They have Halo. They have Forza. They have a couple of things. I still don't think it's worth, if you have a PlayStation, I don't think it's worth a buy to get an Xbox yet.
Not for the 3 games.
I mean, really, it's not. If you have a PlayStation, you have a PC, there's absolutely no reason to buy an Xbox. If you just have a PlayStation and you want to play those Xbox games, I would still, what's that face?
It's like you're like down on Xbox, dude.
I think they're just doing a really bad job with the games they're making.
Yeah,
I think when they take over these studios, they're doing Halo. They make Halo.
We're going to talk about Halo TV.
They didn't used to make Halo. A company called 343 makes Halo.
Right.
You can see their name there.
Right.
And Xbox, then they didn't want to make Halo anymore. They made 4 Halos and like, okay, we think that's enough.
No.
Like the story is done. That's enough Halo. And Xbox like, no, we need Halo money. So they bought Halo from them, which is fine. But after Halo 4, it was just like worse and more. They weren't bad. None of the games are bad, I would say. But they're not that amazement you had playing the first 3 Halos is not there in these newer ones. And the one that just came out, their big game, their big Halo world, open world Halo, no one's playing it anymore. It fell off hard. It's they come up with updates to get people in there and stuff, and multiplayer is still okay, but the story part, which is what also a big part of Halo, it's just no one cares. And maybe it's because they didn't do well enough, or they're not showing these games. I just don't think Xbox is doing a good job at maintaining the fervor people have with when an Uncharted is about to come out.
Right.
And I would say out of the PlayStation games, Uncharted is a more niche one, right? Because it's very old school type of thing. Is the sound and the atmosphere is very different from when a Halo is gonna, or a Gears of War is gonna come out. It just feels like marketing.
Okay.
It just feels like
Is that the one I was playing?
Uncharted.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
When people find out Uncharted 5 or whatever is gonna come out, it's gonna be like people are gonna talk about it for months. Like, what's gonna be in Uncharted 5? I want to play that.
Right.
And when it just feels different.
I hate that Halo is going to be suffering because of Xbox. But even with the rise in sales, it's still not where it has been.
No, but I think they'll do fine. But you have to also realize they're selling 2 consoles, so that number is between the 2. They have a premium
even
console.
sadder.
Yeah, it is, but I think they are reaching a part of the market that
can't get a PS5.
True, but also I think these lower end kind of consoles, if I were a kid again in high school or junior high or something, I don't know. You've not been in a situation.
Junior high? I went to junior high and high school.
I mean, as a gamer, I always felt, I always wanted the PlayStations and Xbox. I always felt guilty because I know you guys got to buy it, and I know they're not cheap.
You felt guilty?
Yeah, I felt guilty. But these cheaper consoles, they have less power and whatever. But kids, I mean, if you're in junior high and high, you're doing other stuff besides just playing. You're going out with your friends or playing sports and stuff. I think these smaller consoles, like the $300 or whatever, it fits in that market for the gamer who's not just like a not a gamer. That's not a gamer,
Yeah, but I wish I had known you felt guilty. I wouldn't have bought all that crap.
I watched. Speaking of crap, I watched that new Harry Potter movie last night.
A new one?
It's not Harry Potter.
Okay.
It's in the universe, the Fantastic Beasts.
Okay. How was it?
And I haven't seen any of the previous movies. I didn't see the one with Johnny Depp. I didn't see the one before that.
Okay.
So I kind of went into this completely. Canonica watches them, and so I went in completely blind. And it's so.
Did you come out completely blind?
I was very tired in the movie. I did get a wink. I know what Dad feels like now. I got a couple of winks in the movie. But also, there's so much about, I just didn't know what was going on. Like, there's a wizard. There are lots of wizards. But it's like, all right, for example, it's about like a Nazi kind of thing, I guess. No. I mean, it's like this guy, the bad guy, thinks the wizards are better than the humans and they need to fight them and take over or something.
Wizards
like that.
are better.
And Dumbledore, right, it's his old boyfriend or something, or they whatever. So they can't fight each other because they have this thing, this magic bond thing. And if they fight each other, then it has to go like very far. Like, so whatever. I don't know. The plot of the movie, it probably makes more sense in a book or whatever, but the plot of the movie is Dumbledore is so smart. He has a plan, but he can't express his plan to anyone because the bad guy, he can see the future.
Yeah.
It's already boring, right? He can see the future. And because he can see the future, Dumbledore has to give people different plans and different things. The thing, and that works in the old books and movies. A lot of them are like, but it doesn't work here because it's like, okay, we know that thing now, and then he just dumps him in the middle of the city, and then people are going to do these plans, but we don't know what the plans are. We have no perspective. It's weird. And then the main character, the fantastical beasts. I didn't know he was a. I didn't know he was.
What is he? Oh no! Don't do that.
He's like he like looks down. He's neuro. You can't. He's neurodivergent.
Okay.
Is that a nice way to say it?
It's better than what you were doing.
I can't just say socially awkward, because if you were to meet someone like this, you would think there's possibly something going on.
Either one. Just don't do that. Okay.
I was showing you how he talks in the movie. Like, there's this girl he likes apparently. Okay. She shows up in a part of the movie, and he's like,
"Okay,
got you." He's like,
"Oh, thank you. There are no cameras in this room."
I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying it's because he's the main character, and he's very different from anyone you would think be a main character. Okay. But he's not even like. He's not even like a center point in the thing. I think because he's so strange of a character.
Okay, all right.
And then like I don't know, it's just weird. And there's this guy. He's like, he's dying for some reason, and he's he's young, right? He looks like Ezra Miller. He might be Ezra. I don't know. There's that kind of person that looks like that.
Yeah.
You know? And he's trying to kill people for the evil guy.
Yeah.
And because he's a nephew, but he's dying. And so he's walking around like, I'm dying. I'm gonna get my uncle. And I don't know. Okay. It was just, it's like 2 hours long. And then there's you know when you hear an English accent,
right?
And you try to think,
British.
Is that one of the worst imitations of a British person I've ever heard? Or is that person just so horrible of an actor?
Actually, I think this might be the worst imitation.
Stop it, please. So one of the characters in there is a professor from Hogwarts or whatever. And the way she talks, I know it's set in like the 1950s or 60s or something like that. But the way she talks is like, is this a joke? Is this like a?
Is she doing a British accent?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's really her accent or she's trying to talk like, hey, like you know how people say like the old 1960s New York accent,
right?
Yeah, it's what she sounds like, but British. It's weird.
Maybe she's a British New Yorker.
Oh,
okay.
A broker?
I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna watch it. It did.
No one else will either after that description.
Yeah, and I would like. Would they have had Johnny Depp be gay like that? I don't know.
Okay, can we move on to Halo?
The gay part isn't like a big part of it.
Yeah,
it's a part of it because they had a relationship, but like Johnny Depp is like a ladies guy. Like ladies like him.
You mean in real life?
Yeah.
Okay.
So do they want to put him in a movie and him be a gay guy?
He could be anything he wants, and they'll still like him.
That's true. You watching the trial?
He was Edward Scissorhand, and they liked him. And that was the most bizarre role. If you think Jack, whatever he was what is that? The
Sparrow.
Pirate Jack Sparrow. Yeah, that was just drunk, but the other one was weird. Okay, I did watch Halo.
What'd you think? You watched the newest one, right?
I had to catch up a couple.
What'd you think?
I really like these. I do. It's a good series, and I can't wait for the next one to come. I like the storyline, and I can't wait to see, what's next, because I really like Chief, what's his name? What's his name? Chief?
Master Chief.
Master Chief. I had it backwards.
Such a Japanese name to me. I always thought that's such a Japanese name. Master Chief.
And I like it that he goes to battle and does all this stuff, but I also like his co-worker, the female. I like her. She's like a warrior. I really like her. I like that they're telling the real story because he was blinded. Spoiler alert. He didn't know what was happening, and I like that now that they have the artifact and all that the real story's coming out.
Right.
So I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, I like the last episode a lot.
I liked it a lot.
It revealed a lot of stuff happened.
Yes, it revealed a lot of things. It has nothing to do with the game, so I read in Game Informer. It's far from the game, and people hated it at first, just like you said.
But you got to see the Halo.
Yes.
It's pretty cool, the Halo. I always thought that's one of my favorite things. It's not just Halo. Gundam has the same idea.
Right.
That's really cool to me. The ring planets.
Yes.
That's cool.
That was cool.
That's the Halo.
That's what it is.
The Halo.
Okay. That was cool. There's a season 2 coming.
Yes. They
yes.
that.
I'm excited.
I liked it. I watched Moon Knight today, the new episode. What? So you're down on the show right now?
Yeah.
I think there's an episode or two that's kind of
when he's fighting with that thing.
Right, get past that.
I can't. I'm trying, but it's really annoying.
Why?
I don't know. I like action scenes. I like fighting action scenes and all that, but it's just like he's corny or something when he's doing it. Like,
when he's in the suit or when he's in the superhero costume?
In the suit, the superhero costume, the white suit.
Okay, so he has personality disorder.
Right.
So depending on which one is in control, it changes
the
suit.
I got that. And it says, let me be in control, because he was going to get killed and he's going to get the girl killed too. And so I guess it's the alter ego, the suit.
No.
No?
He has... You got to watch more of the show.
Yeah,
right?
I don't like this. It's not... No.
Watch it. Just skip to the next episode. Don't. If you're still going through the 2-minute fight, just go to the next episode.
I will, because I am stuck.
But I got to the end of this latest episode, and I didn't like it. Plot wise, like I liked everything except the end of that last episode because it just doesn't make sense.
Okay. I got you.
There's a lot of stuff in the show that is like you'll get to a point eventually where you're questioning what is and is not real because
I'm already doing that.
This guy is crazy.
Yeah, and that's why I think I don't like this scene. If it weren't for the other person in the scene, I would probably think he's just wrestling with himself.
Right, because nobody sees the monster.
Right. No one else can see that.
Right.
But the girl's getting her ass beat, right?
Uh-huh.
So I figured there's got to be something happening.
Right.
But I don't know. I thought I was like engaged with this initially, but it lost me. I'll skip to the next episode.
Yeah, you're right at the end of the episode.
I'll just...
They're in like France or Egypt or something. And they're really in the street and the bus.
And the monster is ugly. It's not like a fun monster.
No, it's just a monster. Go to the next episode.
I will. I'll try that. Next time I have something.
I think the action in the show is okay. I don't think it's that great. I don't think it's not bad, but I think this latest episode, what happens at the end, to me, and Kolonica hated it. She yelled at the TV like twice.
That's bad.
And, well, Kolonica is a little. She is American TV is all like. It's not new because we've been watching it for a while, but she likes things to finish. The best thing you know why she likes Breaking Bad so much? Because it ended.
It ended, yes.
And she loves things to end. We were watching Snowfall, and then at the end of one of the seasons, it gets pretty definite. Like this could be the end of the show, and she's like, "Yes." And then there's one more episode. She's like, "No," because she wants everything to end. I don't blame
her. Yeah,
which is fine.
I like that too. I don't like it open ended.
She also likes consistency. And there's something that happens at the end of this latest episode, which doesn't match the I get what they're going for, and they touched on it in the episode prior. But out of all the times you can make this choice, now is not the time to make that choice. And then somebody made that choice, and it's like that doesn't make sense. people do stupid stuff like this. I'm okay with people in movies and shows doing stupid things because people in real life do stupid things.
Yeah.
I live in a world full of stupid people. I go to work. I go to work and literally have to talk to people like a child. I get it. People are stupid and they do stupid things.
People understand things differently.
But there are things like people are also predictable. And when somebody does something that is unpredictable and it's in this narrative and it doesn't make sense, that's what makes it worse. So I'm not off the show, but that was very annoying to me.
When we get into our political show, we'll talk about
we have a political show?
We will. We'll talk about people being stupid. I think you need to... We'll review that.
What? People are stupid.
No, we're not going to talk about that now.
Okay, hold on. You talking about abortion. I can't talk about people being stupid.
I don't want to talk about that now.
Oh, you know stupid people too. That's what it is. You're close with the stupidos.
No, you don't call people stupid.
I didn't call a person stupid.
I know, but okay. There are lots of things in the world. I agree. Mm-hmm.
And some of them are stupid. It's like, that's okay. You can still love stupid people. People can be stupid.
Okay.
You gotta forgive people for being people. They're stupid people.
Okay, but it's very judgmental too.
No, because people look at being stupid as a negative. And it can be, but everything can be. Being too tall is a negative. It's bad for your spine, your knees. You can't, you walk slow like Godzilla. But it's not a bad thing to be too tall. Being stupid's not, stupid people, sometimes you drink with them, they have a great time, they could be your best friends. There's nothing wrong with being stupid. You don't have to be the smartest person or the most politically knowing everything.
But the way that you're describing it is not like, oh, my stupid friend, my stupid friend.
I don't have stupid friends right now.
That's true, you do.
I used to have stupid friends.
I like your friends.
Yeah, I don't have stupid friends right now. But stupid people, it's okay. Like fat people or the neurodivergent people.
Okay, we need to end this show before someone else ends it for us.
All right, thanks for listening to Super Chevy Bros Pie. There's nothing wrong with neurodivergent.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. And tweet me. Ready, see.
You can catch us on YouTube. You can see us on Twitter. Everything is Super Chevy Bros. Send us an email, superchevybros@gmail.com. Twitter, Super Chevy Bro. No S at the end. Instagram, Super Chevy Bros. It's been a blast. Nice talking to you. We'll see you next time.